Hello, I'm Shauna Black with the Bank Policy Institute, and I'm here with my colleague, Kara Camacho, Vice President of Government Relations. Kara, we're here to talk about anonymous shell companies. Can you tell us what an anonymous shell company is?
Sure. An anonymous shell company is a company whose true beneficial owner is in fact masked or hidden and is unknown to both law enforcement and financial institutions.
And why are they such a problem?
Well, illicit actors use anonymous shell companies to mask all kinds of illicit activity, including drug smuggling, human trafficking, and transnational organized crime.
And is this something that's unique to the United States?
No, in fact, the U.S. is one of the easiest places to form an anonymous shell company, and our laws are more lax than countries like the Ukraine and Cyprus.
And so what can we do to stop this?
Well, we've asked Congress to consider legislation that would require the disclosure of who a true beneficial owner of a company is when they file incorporation paperwork.
And why does the Bank Policy Institute care about it? Why do banks care about it?
Yeah, it's a good question. Banks are required to conduct due diligence on all of their customers, and they're required to know who they're banking. And so it would really be helpful if companies were required to disclose this information when they're created.
And that'll be addressed in this bill.
Yes.
Great. And so what are the next steps?
Sure. The next steps are for the House Financial Services Committee to consider a bill introduced by Congressman Maloney, and it would require the disclosure of a true beneficial owner. We think the bill has broad bipartisan support. Both Republicans and Democrats are interested in ending the abuse of anonymous shell companies, and it has the support of the national security community as well as good governance groups and law enforcement.
Great. And the last question is, what are the Senate prospects?
Yep, the Senate is also interested in doing this. They're working on some legislative text themselves, and there's been a number of hearings. We expect a hearing before the Senate Banking Committee also in a couple of weeks.
Good. Well, thanks so much for introducing us to this show.